Before Pope Francis sets foot on Philippine soil, two pontiffs have already visited the country. In 1970, Pope Paul VI made history as the first ever leader of the Roman Catholic Church to visit the Philippines when he made his trip as part of a journey to the Far East and the Pacific. Pope John Paul II, meanwhile, has touched the hearts of the Filipinos after making his two visits, one in 1981 for the beatification of Saint Lorenzo Ruiz and in 1995 as part of the celebration of the World Youth Day. Pope Francis' arrival is highly anticipated, for it is the fourth time the country would be able to welcome the leader of the Catholic Church. Millions are expected to welcome the Pope with hopes of having their lives blessed by the Holy Father. But for three Filipino youth leaders, seeing the Pope is in itself already a blessing. John Carlo Perez, Critcha Santos, and Peter Pardo were among the privileged people who had a chance to have a personal encounter with two different popes, Pope Benedict XVI and Pope Francis.
Actually, I also have an experience with Pope Benedict in World Youth Day, but it's not unlike Critcha, wherein she asked questions from the Holy Father. So my experience of Pope Benedict is just he's always passing in our front during the Stations of the Cross, during the Mass, because the area wherein we stayed is really at the aisle where he's always passing. And also another experience that I have is just last year with Pope Francis when I attended the Asian Youth Day in South Korea. And this is a really one-of-a-kind experience because Pope Francis, he's a very charismatic person. He's a very a happy person. He's radiating joy and gladness to everyone. So I was able to give to the Holy Father, to Pope Francis, a doll, Pedrito doll. This is the doll of Saint Pedro Calungsod. And I was able to talk to him, and he said that, "Is this really for me?" And then, "Yes, that's for you. That's from the Philippines."
The youth leaders further noted they have learned a lot from their encounters with the two leaders of the Catholic Church.
The takeaway that I really got through Pope Benedict was how he would always put everything, or he'd always relate everything to Jesus. It was never about him. Like all his talks, all his speeches, all his actions, he would always relate it to Jesus, and he wouldn't want any attention. What really I take home was he said, to love means to serve, and service increases more love. And so for me, that's what my take home is, that we can serve in any way or in any state that we're in. And that's how we love to serve others.
Siguro maganda na after that encounter, may mababago dun sa buhay mo. Probably, perhaps for me, na-intensify yung passion ko to serve. I've been serving the church since I was 10. In fact, I wanted to become a priest before. But when I was given the chance to see Pope Benedict, Pope Francis up close, parang sabi ko, ang lapit ko na kay Jesus. Parang sabihin mo na sa akin kung ano pa yung gusto mo pang gawin, and I'm willing to give everything for you. And siguro ngayon sa social media, ang dami-daming nagpo-post, no, na everyone is excited about the coming of the Pope. But siguro magandang maitama na, no, don't expect miracle. Walang milagrong mangyayari pag nakita mo si Pope. Yung miracle siguro na mangyayari is paano ka may influence nung presence ni Pope.
Meanwhile, with the projected influx of people during the papal visit, the youth volunteers urged the people to observe a solemn and peaceful celebration.
For the Filipino people, una, don't forget to pray. Let's pray for the success of this papal visit. Let's pray for the safety of our Holy Father and for the safety of everyone. Second, let's participate actively. Let's follow the rules and instructions that was given to us by the church and by the government. And lastly, third point is that I would like to say to them is, after the papal visit, the true mission begins. So let's listen carefully to the message of the Holy Father, and let's take home this message and bring it out to others.
we can be front row in front of Jesus in the Eucharist. So hopefully after this visit, we can realize that actually we can encounter Jesus, or we can hang out with the best person in the world or our life in front of the Eucharist anytime. And hopefully that's what we'll bring, and that's for sure the message that the Holy Father will bring.
Sana tong people visit na mangyayaring dito pumasok sa puso natin para mas maging totoong socially concerned tayo sa Pilipinas at sa kapwa natin. Hindi lang sa times of calamities, pero sana maging lifestyle ito sa family, sa community, and sa buong bansa.
The beginning of the year is indeed a blessed one, most especially with the coming of the Holy Father. And the Philippines only hopes that Pope Francis will be able to inspire the faithful to move forward, to love better, and to serve more. For GNN, Rach Marquez, News Force.